All right, what's going on, crypto fam? So we have another response from the Shiro team. All right, they're pretty much breaking down and explaining the number one question and concern that some people in the Shiro community and people just outside, just asking questions and stuff on Twitter and YouTube or whatever the case is. This is the, I believe this is the final answer. This is the final explanation breakdown to make it as clear as day for everyone, right? So we're going to dive into it. We're going to read it. And then I'm going to pretty much share my thoughts. And we're going to go over some Shiro updates, the upcoming Shiro Twitter space, their first Twitter space that they're doing today. And, some other stuff. Look at the chart too. So without further ado, let's hop straight into it. And it's a lot of stuff to read, man. So just bear with me. I'm going to try to go through it and read it as clear as possible. So, all righty. All right. So first off, it says, "Hey Shiro Army, a few updates before next week." It says, "Although we have kept full transparency regarding our launch, we want to provide additional updates and context to a lot of the commonly asked questions." All right. So it says, first, of course, every project needs some level of supply to operate a project successfully, and there are a variety of ways different projects approach this. In our case, we put 100% of our tokens into the LP, meaning we did not reserve any free tokens, which is common amongst most projects these days. Rather than reserve these free tokens, we wanted to purchase them ourselves. Hence, why we ensured our initial snipes would be the first buys to prevent outside snipers who just wanted to get in super early and dump for some X's. It is crucial to remember that because of the massive hype pre-launch, our dynamics are much different than coins that perform a stealth launch, aka the team is able to capture supply over time without notice. And then it says number two, what would happen if we did not take this approach? Well, if we did it any other way, outside snipers would have been able to grab large quantities of supply for pennies on the dollar. Then the question ultimately becomes: would you rather the team hold supply or random snipers who are looking for a quick buck, right? Then it says that is ultimately up to the holders to decide. But through our honesty, backing, and determination to become the largest cat token in the world, we feel like it is a clear decision. Additionally, to that point, what is certain is if we did not take this approach, we certainly would not be holding a 300 to 400 million market cap. And consequently, the FUD from what would transpire from a chart that was not able to hold would be um, devastating, right? Oh, I forgot I supposed to like scroll down a bit. My bad, y'all. I'm trying to scroll down so the screen can see it. All right, there we go. So it says, how are we going to officially put this whole snipe conversation to rest? Sometime in the next week, reflected on our website, we will break down what the supply will be used for, and in measurable quantities. That said, note that much of the FUD seen on Twitter is quite literally just FUD and holds no merit. For those who may not know what FUD is, FUD stands for fear, uncertainty, and doubt. It says right here, it says, for example, we did not snipe as much as people have reflected. People gathered essentially snipes from us, but also threw in anyone else that sniped to have the appearance that there was some malicious intent. That will all be cleared up with no room for questions when we publish it to our website. That will calm any stray doubters in our commitment to Shiro. But for the time being, expect a locked team supply allocation for dual staking and potentially a future airdrop in or burn. All right, scroll down a bit more. I'm gonna have to do it like this. All right, and then next, number four, it says, why does this show only sales on Dexter screener? And this was even a question that I was trying to figure out during the launch. When I'm like, yo, I'm seeing people who are selling, but when you click on their transactions, there's not any buys. Here's the answer or the response to that, right? Right here it says, this is a very common misconception, not just for Shiro, but projects in general. If you see a transaction that reflects no buys but only a sell or sells, it can mean a few things. First, always refer to Etherscan as the blockchain doesn't lie. In our case, there was a wallet that bought a large amount under 100 million market cap and distributed tokens across multiple wallets funded via disperse.app. And his buys do not reflect on DEX tools or DEX screener. But upon looking at Etherscan, it is clear that this user purchased his tokens. Other cases could include ARB bot sales that often don't reflect buys or DEX tools or DEX screener. This is a very basic confusion, not for just us, but virtually any project. So that was a question that even myself was wondering because I kind of had like a raised question mark above my head, like, hey, that's kind of weird. Uh, Me personally, I always thought that like when you see a transact like a sell transaction that didn't have any buys to begin with, I always thought that was only because of people being airdropped it. But right here, as you can see right here, that's a misconception. That doesn't always mean that. It can mean something else. All right, so cool. They answered that. All right. But then this was the last one that they posted. Yeah, I should drink some water before this. Hold on. Number 5 says, it says, we actually have, for the most part, not done much marketing since pre launch. The price has been naturally holding as believers in our narrative and goal continue to accumulate. While those impatient sell for small gains or losses, this is a super key metric to watch and gives the team supreme confidence in the community that is now farming. But but will become rock solid in the upcoming weeks. We will not we will not ever say, "Hey guys, marketing begins on X day at X time," but we just wanted to inform everyone holding, accumulating, and believing that we are doing little to no marketing at the moment, and all growth metrics have been purely natural. And then it says more on this side will begin to transpire over the next couple of days. So make sure to keep your eye out for it. So this is the official Shiro team's response, and my reaction to this is like the only thing that did surprise me, and the only thing that really did answer my question was the one with the deck screener, the whole like deck screener thing, because this is something like I was unfamiliar with. Everything else that they said, I'm not surprised about. Matter of fact, for anyone who was watching me during the live streams, during the launch, people who were just coming into the live stream and just asking like pretty much the main questions and concerns about Shiro. If you go back on those live streams, I've said pretty much the exact same thing that the Shiro team said right now. As far as them having like certain like a supply control, right? Not in a bad intentional way, right? But in an actual like good intention way, where it's kind of like and I always bring up Brett because again, when I first got into Brett was doing amazing. Brett went all the way up, and then that's when you had some people from a different community, right, a different crypto project that kind of start pulling out these bubble maps and was saying like, "Yo, man, like a large amount of the supply is owned by the Brett team and this, that, and the third." And that's when a whole bunch of drama stuff happened. Brett crashed down, but then you look at Brett right now. Brett is breaking all time highs. So when I like me seeing what Brett went through and the strategy that the Brett team used, and pretty much till this day, what it's allowing them to do, like having a strong chart, that's what Shiro team is doing. And I think a lot of people, especially people who are new into crypto or people who haven't been a part of a project that has used this strategy, right? The whole supply control, right? To make sure that, the project isn't just a constant pump and dump for bots and whales, right? With bad intentions. People who haven't came across that, like I get it. Like I get like that just probably something that it falls on more of the suspicious end because that's something they haven't came across. But me, like I said before, I've said it several times. When people even ask me, like, "Yo, man, like, this is fishy, scam, all that type of stuff." I'm like, bro, like, it's when you look into the whole supply control strategy for big projects, like projects that actually plan on becoming like one of the top meme coins. That's kind of what you need to do. Like, that's kind of in a way like the new meta, right? That's what they say, the new meta of becoming a strong project. And even right here, I mean, they've said it themselves where having a good amount of the supply, they can send it to exchanges. They can, do future burns. They can use it for staking, right? Like staking rewards and so on and so forth, right? So everything else that they've explained, I've literally been saying it the same exact thing before, right? The past couple of days. But I mean, at the end of the day, tilt like I still don't want people to feel like I'm trying to convince you guys to buy in. Because at the end of the day, like I call it how I see it. I call it based off of my experience. And I always tell you guys, man, make your gut feeling. If you still feel like this is a project that you don't want to get into, or however you feel about it, then cool. Like that's your right. That's your opinion. That's your right. Cool. Anyone else who had like some questions or concerns and feel like this may have helped, then hey, that's great as well. But this is the Shiro team's response to that. And again, it was like the main question concern people were asking. So I hope that give you guys a bit like a greater idea of what was pretty much planned from the jump, right? And then with other than that, right? If we move over to no, not that, not that. If we move over to here, Shiro also have some other updates and stuff uh that some people are looking forward to, including myself. If we go over here, right? They posted this a few days ago, or posted, yeah, a few days ago, 2 days ago. They're actually doing their first post launch community space on Twitter. So they're having a Twitter space, and it's actually today. It's at 2 p.m. PST my time. Um, if you want to like have a reminder set, you can go to the official Shiro Twitter and just go to this post specifically, and then it'll say set reminder. You can click set reminder, and I think if your Twitter notifications and stuff is on, then you should be good. I have to go back. Set reminder. Yeah, there you go. Set reminder. So, oh my god, this thing is glitching. All right, whatever. So yeah, so Shiro Twitter space. And I excuse me. I remember they said somewhere, was that back in the Twitter? I mean, the sorry, I got the hiccups. I think back in the Telegram, they said that they were gonna. Oh god, I think back in somewhere they said that they're gonna explain a lot of the like things they're working on and what's to come in the Twitter space. So if anybody's want to know what their plans are and the goal and everything, definitely join this Twitter space. And then on top of that, keep in mind Gate.io is officially live with Shiro. So Shiro is officially trading on Gate.io. All right, they made this post that said if you missed it, Shiro is now live on Gate.io. And what else do we have? Also, I've seen this as well. It says our bit token says 30 billion Shiro deposit Shiro and trade derivatives to win up to this amount of Shiro, right? And then on top of that, the chart, going back to the chart, and I've said this a couple of times during the stream and stuff, but I mean, take a look at the chart. The chart has yet go below a 300 million market cap. Like just like they said, it's always bouncing between a 300 and like a 500 million market cap. And again, that's something that allows them to do because going back to that whole explanation that they just did, it allows them to have a bit more of a stronger support level, right? When it comes to the whole like supply control in a sense. And like I said before, I think in order to be a successful project, like this is kind of what you have to do. If you don't do this, like like people have to understand when projects don't do this. I'm talking about like legit projects that actually want to like grow and stuff. It allows whales to get in super early, like at a super early stage, right? Like the first few seconds when the token launch, it allows whales to get in and buy like 5% of the supply. You know what I'm saying? 4, 5, 3, 7, 12% of the supply. And then now they're just like literally manipulating the charts every single day. And if the team didn't do what they did, I can see it myself. I can see this chart being like you see how like we haven't even went below this line that I drew days ago, right? Even this other line. Look at this line right here. How do I go back? Look at this line right here. Even this line that I drew all the way back here. This line that was back in December 3rd, so 4 days ago, our chart, like our price still hasn't dipped below this yellow line that I set. And I believe this is our true support line. Again, that allows us to, like, for anyone to kind of, when it dips down here, and this is what I've been doing. Anytime it dips this low, this is when I've been buying. I buy like a little bit more, right? Just kind of just building it up, building it up. So we do, when the time comes and we do get like a pump, right? Like a 2x or 3x or something like that, bam, I can take my profits off, leave a little moon bag or something. But you see, it still hasn't gone below this yellow line, right? So there you have it, man. That is Shiro. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section. I was thinking about going live a little later, but I'm still trying. I'm still like in the trenches right now, trying to look for some some Solana meme coins. Right now, man, I'm trying to find some 10x's, 100x's. So I might do like a live stream and kind of just look around and just kind of chill with the chat, the crypto fam. It's been fun doing that the past couple of days and stuff. But yeah, other than that, man, let me know what you guys think about this. And yeah, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.